Well, hi everyone, it's your boy Ray, and welcome to the beginning of the week vlog where I talk about my plans for the beginning of the week, which I really don't know how to categorize this episode or how I would want to talk about this. But guess what? It's vlog episode 200 something, okay? Let's just keep it at that. Last week, I learned a couple of things about, I guess just my prep this far. One, for starters, is that a lot of my foods that I list on my MyFitnessPal app, which is what I use to track my my macros, some of them have been inaccurately inputted in there, and it's probably because of from a previous meal that I had from way long ago. That's that's in my history. That's oh yeah, so I ate that. So I kind of just hit the food and just log it in. And some of them they actually have the serving size memorized. So if I cut a bagel in half, so instead of doing one serving it's 0.5, it'll remember that for the next time that you search for it. So some of my foods, or I want to say not some of them, but maybe one or two particular pieces of food, they had that that half serving in there that I didn't take account of. So what I thought was, say my total calories supposed to be 2,300 calories, probably in actuality was a little over 2,400 calories. I'm like, ah, crap. I realized that maybe Friday, and so I started to make my adjustment, because last week it was a slight weight gain in my hypertrophy section. I figured, well, I don't know why that's happened. So I'm starting to realize when I work out that I tend to add a butt ton of volume, a butt ton of unnecessary volume to my workouts. The strength portion of the week, I think it's been fairly tame. I think it's something where I actually wanted it to be at. So usually, since it's a leg push pull, I get to work on the big main three. So main lift, and then usually after main lift, I would do an assistance type movement that kind of replicates it. That's, it's still kind of doing it, but kind of putting in a little bit more volume, just at a different approach to it. So I would do an assistant movement, and I would probably maybe have one or two pieces of assistance accessory work to kind of have some bodybuilding put onto it. So that's what I think about for the strength days. But for the hypertrophy section though, I tend to be okay, so I did this, I did that, and I did this. So that's 3 exercises. It's theoretically speaking. So 3 exercises. Let me try this out for a second, and let me try and introduce this thing. So what usually is probably maybe I want to do 3 or 4 sets, maybe for a total of maybe, or not 3 or 4 sets, but 3 or 4 exercises for a total of maybe, I don't know, ballpark 10 to 12 sets. It tends to be more if I'm adding more exercise to it. So it goes from that 10 to 12 to maybe 15, 16. So I've been adding an unnecessary amount of exercises on my in my workouts last week. My weight is down 149, which is pretty good, but from Sunday to Saturday last week, my weight went from 150 down, and then it went back up to 150 again. So now I'm down to 149 for today because of that food adjustment. But that's what I learned last week. So what I'm going to implement this week, obviously the food has been situated, at least in MyFitnessPal, so everything should be fine. So I think maybe I think it was Friday, I did my macro adjustment. So I'm working with that macro adjustment the start of this week. For exercise though, definitely need to control on my volume for this week. Strength days are pretty much fine, but for the hypertrophy days, let's think about just use what is necessary. If I do want to add a little bit more volume, try to focus on adding a little bit more to a particular exercise. Definitely need to just be more focused with my hypertrophy section now. That's going to be the key for my success. All right, so I was about to clap because I was I'm done. But anyways, that's the plan for the week. So it's nothing really specific, oh, I'm gonna change a workout or something like that. But no, this is just more how I'm approaching my training now. So this is what I'm going to talk about a lot, how I'm going to approach my training. Not a lot of specifics about a particular movement, or maybe talk about my strength training in particular, or in specifics, I should say, but it's just more how I should be approaching training, you know, week by week. That's what I want to do with these videos. All right, so that's it. I'm kind of hungry right now, and I have a lot of things to do. So let's end it, and I'll see everyone for next time. All right, peace out.